Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's take a look again on the euro currency. So currently this market is very interesting and thrilling situation. Market really shows the tricky action, and euro stands right now at such a moment where actually it's some kind of the edge before the breakout in one or other direction, because from the technical point of view and fundamentally the point where market stands right now is some kind of the border between the bullish and bearish long-term continuation. Fundamentally, we already talked about our position, and you probably know that. So we think that United States economy shows acceptable or even positive action, and we think that Fed has no real reasons to cut the rate, and we think that this rate cut that will follow on Wednesday, some kind of the compromise to come down the markets and get the ability for the Fed to start new policy. So they will hit the market by the rate cut, but at the same moment they will release the new statement, a new vision on the perspective of the United States economy, and that will be just situation that market will have to accept. So it will be no choice, because in such a moment nobody could say that Fed breaking the expectation of the markets. So they will satisfy the market, but at the same time use this point to start new policy. That's our view. And currently we do not think that any new rate cut will follow at least by then till the end of the 2019. So we think that the policy could change. All this stuff makes us think that the downward action is possible and very probable on the euro currency. At the same time, from the technical point of view, market still keeps door open for bullish scenario as well. And our task in the beginning of the week on the euro will be very difficult, because we actually has to get trying to catch some signs, early signs, which could help us to understand what will happen. Either market will break the lows or we will have the reversal. Why these lows are very important? Here you should recall the pattern that we have on the weekly chart. So those of you who read our weekly reports probably remember that the short-term trading that we have followed with the recent 2 or 3 weeks, it was the tactical one, and we warned about it that we have the evening star and we will trade it until the Fed meeting. So that will be tactical short-term setup, which is mostly done. Market hasn't quite reached the OP target, but in general, this extension has happened to the downside, and that is not really a big question that market wasn't able to complete this OP target on Friday. The tactical stop is coming to an end. And currently, market stands at the point of the larger pattern, which is the reverse hand shoulders. We suggest that with this reverse hand shoulders, market will have the compounded head. So that will be the first part of the head. That is the second part of the head. And market already stands at the bottom of this. As you understand, the breaking of these lows to the downside and falling to the downside will mean the failure of the hand shoulders, which is mean that downward trend will continue, and the nearest downside target stands at 109.35. So approximately 200 pips lower. So that's why these lows were important. While if market will show kind of the wash and rinse and fast return right back up, that will keep the intrigue and will keep valid the possible hand shoulders pattern. As you understand, everything probably will depend on the Fed statement, how market will treat it. And for us, it's crucial to understand by the early signs what action will follow. Here on the daily chart, as you can see, miracle on Friday hasn't happened, and the Friday session stands inside to the Thursday. Our high wave pattern still in place, and this was not a breakout by the gross domestic product release, but gross domestic product numbers is another step halfway to the Fed statement, and gross domestic product data supports our view that Fed has no reasons to cut the rate right now, or at least to start some real dovish cycle. At the same time, if you'll take a look in a parallel view on the dollar index, you could see that the shape of this ABCD pattern stands different. So first of all, take a look, sorry, this is euro currency, here is dollar index. First of all, take a look what is going on here. No high wave pattern, market already has taken out of the Thursday top and tending higher. So here market stands closer to the target of the OP extension with the break-in Thursday action to the upside, while on the euro currency, the Friday session stands still inside of the Thursday one. This is the first difference. Second difference, take a look at the OP target on the dollar index. It coincides with the previous tops, while on the euro currency, the previous tops already and bottoms already have been hit, or even market has shown plenty wash and rinse here. So for a few pips, market has broken these lows. And OP stands below the lows. This parallel analysis make me think that it stands more in favor of downward continuation here, I suppose. This difference is intending of the dollar index to the upside. The 70% dollar index is a euro. So in this divergence that we see mostly stands in favor of the downside continuation here. But this is just indirect observation. So on the intraday charts, unfortunately, guys, we do not have something really definite. So on the 4-hour time frame chart, what we could say, this is minor wash and rinse exist. This market pulled back higher, but as you can see, market has shown the fast return right back down. Here we could suggest maybe some kind of the double ripple lookalike or something. So thrust down, thrust breaking through the 3x3 close below. That could be close above again, maybe something of that sort we could get. On the hourly chart, maybe we could get some kind of the butterfly, which also could help to finalize OP target on the daily. But the one thing is clear, that our potential, our major attention should be on these lows. Because if market will break these lows and hold there and stands below it stably, it will be the sign of the downward continuation. The only fast drop, some spike down maybe, and then fast return and starting upward direction will keep the both scenario valid. So everything currently depends on these lows and what will happen around them. And that is what we have to keep an eye on. So we will try to get something on the Monday and Tuesday before the Fed meeting. If we will get some clear pattern, that will be just great. But for the truth's sake, I have to say that probably we will know the truth only on the Fed statement. But at the same time, we should not upset with that, because Fed statement will have the long-lasting action, guys. And if even we will not catch the direction right at the point of the decision, it will be pretty much time probably for taking position a bit later, when the action already will start, because that will be really the decisive turning points on the market. Currently, we see indirect signs on the indirect bearish signs on the monthly chart as well, but all of them are not strong enough to definitely say what will happen. So, as you know, I never trying to predict what Fed will say. So I prefer to act by facts. So when we have the fact of the decision, we will take the action. So unfortunately, as you can see on the technical point of view, we couldn't clarify something more right now, but fundamentally, we bring today the fundamental discussion in our weekly report on the recent events on the Fed coming meeting. We gravitate to the idea of the dollar supportive decision and to the downward action.